Hello, and welcome to a new episode of License to Drink. I'm Paul, and this is one of my solo episodes. Today we're playing Ayrton Senna's, I've never been able to say his name, Super Monaco Grand Prix 2, I believe it was. This was a Game Gear game. Super Monaco, Grand Prix 2, look at that. So we are going to play this game. And my history with this game, we're going to talk about that. That is the point of these solo episodes. Boy, oh boy, look at that. So we are going to go to the options. I'm not sure that that's supposed to look like. I don't know if that's supposed to look like that or not. That is, we don't need to. Yeah, we'll do beginner, and I'll tell you why we're going to do beginner in a second. Let's do the world champion, I suppose. Press start. I don't know my way around a freaking Game Gear. There we go. New game. Welcome to the World Championship. You are my rival. Good luck. Ayrton Senna. Ayrton Senna? Ayrton? Setting qualified result in race. We'll just do race, I guess, right? Because I don't give a shit about the other shit. So there's literally only 2 buttons on a Game Gear, so this can't be too difficult. Am I even going anywhere? Are these gears? I am really terrible at shifting. Anyway, so my history with this game is this. I have no history with this game. I never owned a Game Gear. As far as consoles went, like, I suppose I need to learn to downshift in this game, and I guess it's really important to do that. Anyway, with the consoles, like I would get both or whatever. What's interesting is I really don't have to hold a button. It just goes by itself. I just need to like downshift. Okay, anyway. But like as far as oh, I forgot to tell you what I was drinking today. I'm really, really sorry. I'm drinking a spotted cow today. Anyway. Yeah, I'm already like a couple episodes in, so I'm like, it's getting hard for me to keep a train of thought. What was I saying? Shit, fuck, god damn it. Oh, the handhelds. I was like a Nintendo like handheld person, like all the way. Like I couldn't like I liked Sega enough, like with their consoles and whatever, to like. Is this like 10 like the place that I'm in? Because that's pretty terrible. I didn't like Sega enough to be like, oh, I would really like to take their games on the go. Like it wasn't, that was like my thought process. Like Nintendo, fuck yeah. Like Nintendo, give me all these more games for me to play on the go. That is awesome. I bought every single Nintendo handheld that there has ever been. Except I never owned like the new 3DS XL, the most recent of their handhelds. That one I never owned. I'm trying to pick. Well, now you might as well just, that must be the first, that must be the first place driver that just paced me. Yeah, I've never been a handheld person outside of Nintendo. No Atari Lynx. Nothing. Like, that's just... Well, there goes the second place player. You know what? I'm just going to put it into 6 and just let it ride. At this point, it doesn't matter. I don't even know what fucking lap I'm on. Just let's go. Yeah, so I was never a handheld person as far as Sega went, especially like. So I've never played this game. I've never played anything on a Game Gear, and honestly, like with emulation and stuff, I've never even bothered to really dive into like handhelds, like especially like, I mean, I've replayed some like the Mario Lands and the Wario games for the Nintendo handhelds, and some of the bookmark titles of Nintendo, the ones that make Nintendo, so to speak. Your Metroid, your Zelda, sure, like I replay that shit, but I still never like do handhelds from other systems. Even to this day, like they just never really interested me. So I thought, might as well for one of these solo episodes, might be a good time for me to go ahead and check it out. And what better way to check it out than on a license to drink? When does this fucking end? Like, does this ever fucking end? Like, seriously. This is like long. This is the longest like racetrack ever. And plus, so obviously I decided to do beginner because I've never played it before. And I'm still like losing big time. I'm not sure what it wants me to do. I mean, are there supposed to be laps? I'm coming up on somebody, but that's probably somebody that already passed me technically twice. Come on, just get up there. Just get up there at this point. This is like that episode I did on Excite Bike. This is just about as exciting as that. This is not very exciting. Fuck. This sucks. So people are like, there's like a beep every time somebody passes me. I'm not sure what the fuck that means. But to be brutally honest with you, like, why isn't this ending? Are there any other tracks? Is this all there is? Is it because I chose race? Is this like just a like open free for all, you just drive with no end in sight? Like, I mean, if that's the case, why am I perpetually in 10th place? I'm assuming that I can only assume that that's what that means, that I'm in 10th place and I'm just keeping it in gear 6 like the whole time, and it's not. Oh, that's it. So, yeah, it looks like I probably was in 10th place, right? Password. Bipisio. I got no points. No points. The next course is challenging, huh? Well, this game fucking sucks. Let's see what setting is. No. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just make it all what... Oh, yeah. That's going to help me. That's... Yeah. Round 2 Brazil. Let's just get in here. Let's just get in here. It's the longest fucking race. Jesus Christ. Okay, so this should be automatic. Right? So now that means that the other button becomes the brake button instead of downshifting. And I start out in 10th place. Excellent. So, so this might help me. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But if this is another like fucking 10-minute track, like, Jesus Christ, they were taking this shit like way too seriously. I should have given you some options. Like, do you want to race for 10 minutes or do you want to race for 3? You want to do like 3 laps or do you want to do 20? Like, Oh my gosh. So these were Game Gear graphics, huh? It's like... I mean, you know, here's the thing. So, this ain't no like... This doesn't come off as like 16-bit to me. This... I mean... Oh boy. This is like if... This is what Nintendo probably should have done, I'm guessing. Like... Game Boy. Even the Game Boy Color, like... Didn't seem to be like this good, I guess. I mean, this is like 8-bit shit, but it looks better than... It looks better than a Game Boy. I don't know. I'd have to play some other games on here to, like, decide. I mean... I mean, look. The Genesis... you know, like... They weren't true 16-bit, like... They were kind of like 8-bit upscaled systems, or system, just different names. Kind of like the TurboGrafx 16 wasn't true 16-bit. It was like 8-bit upscaled, I guess you could say. It was like those systems. Those systems were basically like what a pro system is today. So like when you get like a new, like when Xbox within the current generation, you know, does like a pro. Well, they don't do a pro, but you know what I'm saying. Sony does, PlayStation does. They do pros. You know, and this Switch Pro, you know, it's like the same thing. That's what those systems were. The 16 quote unquote 16-bit Genesis system and the TurboGrafx, which whatever reason, I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank here. But they were like basically pro 8-bit systems. I mean, they weren't true 16-bit like Super Nintendo was true 16-bit. Anyway, this is like, to me, like taking like an 8-bit and like doing like a pro version of it for a handheld. I guess like okay, so maybe I lied a little bit. I knew one person that had a Game Gear. One. Like, basically, it was like the same type of scenario where, like, you had your friends, and your friends either had Nintendo or they had Sega, or maybe even Atari. And that's pretty much like what they stuck with. And so you'd go to like, everybody would go to anybody else's house in order to play like other shit or whatever that they didn't have. Except for me, like I had, you know, I pretty much tried to have everything when possible. Except for, you know, I didn't go crazy on the handhelds. Like I said, I stuck with Nintendo, but I had one person that was a Sega person, and they had the Game Gear, and I did play Sonic on it for a little bit, like one time when I was over, probably not for very long. So, I mean, those are games I could probably get into. I probably should, just to say that I played them. Especially now that, I mean, Sonic is kind of coming into like a second renaissance. With everything that's going on, like I think it's beyond like the whole 30th anniversary thing. I think the movie like really helped sell Sonic all over again. So I kind of think that Sega's on the right track. I'm really hoping that they are. I'm really thinking that they're not going to fuck up. You know, they're re-releasing a classics collection, and that's cool beans. And Colors is kind of like a hidden gem. I mean, like, you know, that's out here shortly, and in a few months, and it's kind of getting like a remastered treatment. And I say it's a hidden gem because, I mean, it was a Wii, title, and it was only for the Wii. And so, like, you were kind of like, if you didn't own a Wii, which a lot of people owned a Wii, but I mean, if you didn't own one, you never played it. And if you did own one, I mean, Sonic Colors came out during a dark time in Sonic history, and like, not a lot of people, even though it's sold relatively well for the Wii, in the grand scheme of things, you know, like me, I never bought it. I never played it. Sonic was in a dark time. I didn't care about Sonic at that time. But I've seen, over the years, I've seen gameplay footage of it. I'm like, you know what? That looks good. And then I do a little bit of reading up on it, and people actually genuinely like that game. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm done buying for my Wii for the most part. Well, my Wii U now. Just because I kind of find that, like, it's a system that's kind of a hassle to, like, fire up, because it's not just the console and the controllers. Like, so much more to it. And I really am done with nunchucks and Wiimotes and stuff. Like, I'm past it. I'm done. So I was kind of always hoping that Colors would come out in like a remaster for different systems, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So, yeah, I think Sega and Sonic, I have a feeling that they're on the right path again, which is cool. Cool beans. So, yeah, I'll probably play some Sonic games. I probably should. But I'm getting off track here. This is what the whole Game Gear thing got me started on. Anyway, so that sucked. This game kind of sucks. I don't think I'm going to play it anymore. So that's going to do for this solo episode of License to Drink. Yeah. I have no idea what's coming next. These are just grab bags, and I kind of just tell you my history, so to speak, if there is any. In this case, there wasn't, but I got off on a tangent. I thought it was a pretty good tangent. It stayed, what's the word I'm looking for? It was adjacent to, adjacent not so much to the theme of License to Drink, but to the Game Gear. It was adjacent to that. So anyway, if you like the episode, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. Leave some comments below. Your thoughts on anything. I don't give a shit. If you're new here, subscribe. Share with your friends. Check out the other channels on YouTube. We've got the original Potation Rotation channel, which is where you probably came from if you're watching this, and Potation Rotation Reviews. And also check out the podcast, Retro Reckies Podcast. You can find everything on PotationRotation.com. That is the hub. I really should do more with that website. Like, I started a blog. I did one entry, but I don't care. It's a hub. I just want one place for everything. That's where you're going to find it. I'm going to go finish my beer, and I'm going to see you guys next time. Toodles!